Hey, good morning everybody out there in YouTube land. Here I am, and we're at mine number 3. This I've got numbered now, so I've got 1, 2 and 3. So this is number 3, the shallow mine, old timers mine we're going to call it. And I'll just give you an update. So we've got some pretty LED lights in here. They're meant to be white, but of course they didn't want to work. They loaded up red. So I got a helper down the drive there, doing a bit of work on a waterfall, and yeah, digging out a waterfall in there in this old timer shaft. Found a beautiful waterfall down here, what we call a waterfall. So we've got a floater. Oh, I'm going to back out, see if that makes any better. Right? Yeah, so I've got a floater and some trapped stone underneath it, and a bit of a waterfall there, and it comes down into a waterfall there, and Leanne's going to dig it out. Oh look, there's a bit of decomposed granite floater in there we couldn't see. Bit of ironstone, so yeah, looking good. Oh, down there, a little bit of a billy. So let's hopefully underneath that it trapped a bit of sapphire. It's got a secondary wash layer up the top there. You can't see because in the way, but you can see that the ash layer through it. Yep, that's it. Turn your head down that way again, Leanne. You can see that ash layer down lower there, so that's the eruption layer underneath it. So it's all came after the eruption, which is good sign. Very close, very low down there. Anyhow, I'll show you the rest of how we're progressing with the mine. So it's been a few weeks now since I've done a update. We're getting there, and we've just had Gemfest, so some props have gone in, some lights. So I first started just here and found that 70 carats. So I'm chipping away at it. Found a bit of stone, but I'm really good at finding old timer shafts here and old timers buckets. So I hit an old shaft here, as you remember, and I swung around this way, around here, and you can see in here, I hit some nice stone here. I marked it here. You can see the spinel, another sort of waterfall drop off. Now I was quite surprised to find stone, you know, it's not very high off the floor, but as a rule, you know, at half a metre, and I followed it down and around the black sand underneath the billy boulders, and I got a surprise. I found an old shaft, and it's sandy in there, so I thought it was a shaft, but it might be a drive. So solid there, hear that, that's what we listen for. So solid. So I'm assuming it's a drive, because if it was a shaft over the last 70, 80 years like the other ones, water would have got in there, but they use a lot of overburning on the top and packed it down. So I reckon I'm hoping in one way that's what we call a Chinese belly shaft, or an old timers one. So now I'm going to swing this way, but it's still okay, because you can see the spinel and the ironstone and stuff. So I'm going to like Bugs Bunny, I'm going to turn right at Albuquerque this time instead of left, and I'm going to head that way on an angle, maybe that way. Something's telling me to head upstream here and see what happens, and see how far up this decomposed granite goes down here. It's full of black spinel or titanium sand. It's quite black. That light's not helping too much, is it, guys? But anyhow, the decomposed granite's got a lot of black sand in it, which is heavies. You can see a white layer there, so I'm going to say that that's my volcanic ash layer, my eruption layer there. So here's our ash that's been laid down, and then everything on top of it and underneath it. I'll show you that little belly shaft I backfilled over here. So that's her there. It's hard to see in the red light, but that's her there. So that is, beyond reasonable doubt, that is an old-timer shaft. They laid on their side, they chipped away, and they put everything onto a wheat bag or hessian bag, and they dragged it back. It does drop down. It's probably about 750 mil, a bit over half a metre, and it's sloping down following the floor, because as you can see, the floor has the run's going down. So they follow it. Now I was hoping to run alongside of it. It's curving in front of me, I think. I wanted to put a drive through to the other part of the main shaft, or the main drive, and so I can get some air going through here in the summer. I don't really like having dead ends to pump air into. You know, I like to circle around, let's round and round the garden sort of thing. But I've hit that shaft and it's sort of swinging parallel with me now. I'm going to head up that way. I'm considering trying across it, go across it. You can cross them if they're low like this. You can cut straight across them, and you can put little props in them like this, little small props in them for safety reasons. I'm not sure. I'm gonna just go with the flow a bit on that one. But anyhow, that's a little shaft I hit, so she swings around. So these old guys knew what they're doing. They were following stone, and they went from shaft to shaft. So 20 feet away there'd be another shaft, or even less, where he tunneled to. And the same as here, there's a bit of a bell out there. So that's bringing you up to date. So you can see how the shaft's going like a ancient riverbed. So you can see how I've been following the flow, high up here, low down there. Now in the mine number 2, 45 feet underground at Bedford Hill, this would be gone, because I can ballroom out a lot larger. You know, I could do 2 car lengths, basically 2 cars side by side, about 20 foot. But this is shallow ground, 5 meters. It's old, and for safety reasons, so there's stone under here. As you can see down here, it's still going down, and I was curling around it to get to the stone. Well, following the stone, I got 180 carat in the last load ton I took out of that corner there, and a really nice blue. And to leave myself a prop, you know, at least a metre square plus prop in the ceiling here to hold me up. But that's the occupational hazard, following the stone, and then I hit another shaft. I'm going to hit a lot of that, guys, through here. You'll be able to follow me, because I'm in ground that was worked very extensively, and it was very profitable, and I'm willing to occupational hazard find shafts all the time, and keep on the stone. So there's stone underneath this prop here, and I was going to follow it around, but I hit a shaft, so I'll go off in another direction now. I don't know if that shaft is going straight ahead or it's curling around. He obviously would have been doing the same. He probably would have been snaking around, following this black sandy spinel stuff with a rock in it. See, there's a rock in it here. I've marked this as another option to go ahead. But anyhow, that's where I am, and there's a little bit of an idea of how we do things. So you can see how I've come around like a serpent, following this stone. So I'm going to get into this side and just giving you an update, give you an idea of how we dig in shallow ground. You've got to be safety conscious. I'm not taking out the roof in a big way, because I'm quite happy to work lower and on my knees and so forth. Some people don't like to work like that, but I enjoy it. I enjoy being a little Cornish miner type thing, and I can keep it really, really safe. These drives like this, really safe. Small, shallow and round. I've got to do a little bit more work in here, and as I turn and keep it round, but yeah, that keeps it quite solid, quite safe. So anyhow, little update. I hope you enjoyed this. I'll show you some more stone, and I'll definitely do some little small parcels up of 1 or 2 stones at a wholesale price for you guys if you're interested. I had a few people interested in some stone and asked for my email. That's about the best way I can do it, is just give you my email, and then maybe we can do some sort of face-to-face link up or something like that. I am getting rid of a bit of stone to the fastening clubs around Australia, which is really good. I've got to share the love. That's all I want to do, is share the love around. So if anybody's interested, just leave something in the comments. And it's all new to me, but there's people out there around the world, international people, that would love some North Queensland parties, and I've got plenty of them to offer you, from 3 carat up to 30 carat. So there you go, just in case you'd like to get a lovely stone from our mine. And that you can see my business partner Ray on the TV show Old Timers. We're in business together with this mine, and enjoy. Like I say, in Australia here, living the dream, and ciao for now.